Well, hey everybody, and welcome to day 3 of the 2023 Eric's Trains Christmas Bonanza. 8 videos in 8 days, starting on Christmas Day and ending with a live show at 12 noon Eastern on New Year's Day. We'll be giving away some prizes during the live show and talking trains and running trains, so make sure you tune in. Again, that's at 12 noon Eastern on New Year's Day, right here on the Eric's Trains YouTube channel. Anyway, for day 3, we're going to be checking out the brand new Lionel GP20, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's extricate the GP20 from its box. And for today's unboxing from my knife collection, we'll be using a repeat because I'm doing a few unboxings tonight. This is my Ontario Rat 2. Very nice knife. So, Kansas City Terminal Legacy GP20 number 2005, model number 2333600, and an on-the-water date of 8/30/2023. Now, I'll be honest with you, I remember ordering this, but I don't remember what it looked like. I could have cheated and looked at the catalog, but I decided, you know what? I'll be surprised when I open the box. I'm sure I'll remember it once it comes out of the box. I remember ordering the Kansas City Terminal, but the paint scheme escapes me at the moment. But there's probably a reason why I ordered it. I'm sure it's a really cool paint scheme. And it's a paint scheme that I don't have in my collection. There's been so many arrivals in the last week. I'm filming this in the last week of October, early November. And there's been so many arrivals. It's hard to keep track of stuff right now. So there's the box tag. Kansas City Terminal, GP20 number 2005, Legacy Control, Bluetooth Control, Legacy Rail Sounds, Fan-Driven Smoke, and 031 Minimum Curve. It's interesting, they usually don't have that flap there, but I guess they added that in there as a spacer. There's the instructions. Always good to have those. All right, here goes nothing. Oh yeah, I remember this one. What a pleasant surprise. I'll say one thing for this. It's certainly not a boring paint scheme. Oh yeah, that is cool. Right on. And here it is on the track. So Lionel offered the new GP20 in their 2023 Volume 1 catalog, and these were just delivered a few weeks ago here in late 2023. Now, this is a new model for Lionel, but it's not a new model entirely. This is an ex-MTH model. This used to be the MTH Rail King GP20 in its former life, and then Lionel bought it a couple years ago, and they've transformed it into a full Legacy diesel. And so because of that, it's got all the features you'd expect: Legacy Command, Legacy Rail Sounds, Bluetooth, a fan-driven smoke unit, LED lighting, all that kind of stuff. And from a distance, this model looks really great. It also runs great and sounds great. I've already run it around my layout a couple times. However, one thing I've discovered is that upon close inspection, this model is lacking some of the finer details that we would normally expect at this price point. The retail price for this locomotive is right at $650. And for that amount of money, you expect a high level of detail. And like I said, this model is lacking that in some areas. Rail King is MTH's more budget-friendly product line, and it typically has less fine detailing than a Premier model. So Lionel bought it as a Rail King model and then upgraded it to Legacy, and in doing so, they did add some more detail to the model. They improved the handrails and added metal grab irons where there were none before, so it's definitely a little more detailed than the original Rail King model. However, it still has some of the simplified details that the Rail King model originally had. So for instance, rather than having a hinged drawbridge on both ends, you've got a flat piece of sheet metal. There's not very much detailing on the pilot steps. All of the vents are molded into the plastic. There's no see-through metal vents or anything like that. And most importantly, for me at least, on the top, the fans are molded into the body. There's no add-on fan bodies or add-on separately applied fan blades. Also, the area around the cab is simplified like the original Rail King model. So it does have some added detail from the original Rail King model, but yeah, it still has some of that basic detailing as well. And because of that, I've got a little bit of an issue with the price that they listed this thing at, $650. You know, it's a good model. I don't have anything against the model itself. It runs great, it sounds great, and from a distance, it looks great. My only issue, honestly, is with the price. If they listed this thing for maybe $550 or $499 or even maybe $599, it would have been a lot more reasonable, but for $650, you know, you expect a little more detail. And so in that respect, it's a little disappointing. Now, it's really easy to sit here and armchair quarterback Lionel's decisions. The fact is, I don't work for Lionel. Most of you guys don't work for Lionel. And so there's no way to know what decisions were made when it came to producing this model. But if I had to theorize, I would guess that when they acquired the tooling from MTH, they had to make some changes to the tooling to bring it up to Lionel legacy standards in terms of the drive mechanism and the onboard command control electronics and stuff like that. And so what I would guess is that they probably had a certain amount of money budgeted to upgrade the model in terms of details, and there was only so much they could do. Now, the good news is that you're most likely not going to pay that full retail price. I did a quick Google search, and I found these going for as low as $550. And at a $550 price point, this thing starts to make a lot more sense. And I'm willing to bet that if you go to a train show or something, maybe if you go to York next year, you'll probably find these GP20s going for even less, maybe $499 or $525 or something like that. And again, at that price point, it starts to make a lot more sense and it's a much better deal. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. I wanted to get it out there. I'm sure people are blowing up in the comments section now. It's really not that big of a deal in my mind, but I did want to bring it up because upon close inspection, you are going to notice that some of the finer details are missing. You know, in my mind, Lionel could have gone two ways with this model. They could have upgraded it to a legacy model, which is what they chose to do, or they could have maybe made it a Lion Chief Plus 2.0 model. I think if they had gone that way, the reception would have been a lot warmer because, let's face it, if this was a Lion Chief Plus 2.0 model and it was selling for $550, it'd be great. So if you do want to get one of these things, and I would totally recommend doing that, it's a great model, just make sure you don't pay the full $650 for it. If you can find it for $550 or less, I say pull the trigger. There's really a lot to like here, and they did this model in a number of really attractive paint schemes. They did Burlington, Santa Fe, Kyle. They did two Penn Central versions, a Cotton Belt version, and the Kansas City Terminal version that you see here. So again, if you can get it at the right price, I say totally go for it. And as always, if you're looking for a good Lionel dealer, where you can get stuff like this for a good price, try my favorite train store, which is Legacy Station. You can find them on the web at legacystation.com or give them a call at 770-339-7780. Anyway, let's take a quick look around this thing and then we'll take it for a spin. So it's got a nice weight, you know, die-cast metal trucks and couplers and pilots, just like you'd expect. Die-cast metal fuel tank as well. There's the speaker for the Legacy sound system. Got 4 pickup rollers on the bottom, just like you'd expect. And on close inspection, it is very attractive. I like the sloping nose. The GP20 had a sloping nose, and so this one does too. Got a headlight and a flashing Mars light, and it's got operating marker lights as well, I believe. I think it's also got lighted number boards. We'll find out. And there's the top, and you can see those molded in fans that I was talking about. A little bit of a disappointment at this price point, but, you know, it is what it is. Still looks nice. And then, of course, you've got this section here, or here, that pops off. And there's the master controls. You've got the run program switch, Bluetooth on-off, and smoke on-off. And this piece pops back in like that. And then one nice thing is that the smokestack comes off like that, which makes loading smoke fluid into the smoke unit very easy. You get a lot less splash and a lot less smoke fluid leaking all over the top of the diesel. So I do like that. And it's got nice detail on top of the cab roof. You know, so overall, this is a very attractive model. I love the way it looks. Again, my only complaint is the price point. If this was $599, $550, it'd be a much more attractive deal. But I still love the model. It's great. Anyway, we're going to end this video by starting this thing up and taking it for a spin, and then that'll do it for day 3 of the 2023 Christmas Bonanza. I'm Eric Siegel. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 4.
Dispatcher here. Start her up. Stand by for track orders. Over.
Yes, sir. We'll fire her up. Out.
So this model does come with 5 horns to choose from. My favorite is horn number 2. Let me know which horn is your favorite. There's also 5 bell tones to choose from. My favorite bell is number 3. Let me know which bell is your favorite. And lastly, here's a quick sampling of some of the crew talk sounds.